We're on a mission to get this car done by the end of this month, which is in 20 days. It's definitely doable, but it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I'm trying to get it done. The big stuff, motor and trans, is out the way. We still gotta mount the headers, modify those. We gotta do the wire harness. We gotta do the intake manifolds. We gotta still securely fasten the transmission with the transmission mounts. We gotta put the interior back together. A lot of stuff to do. We're on a mission to get it done by the end of this month. So let's get into it. First thing we're gonna be doing today, guys, is mounting the header. I'm gonna start with the driver's side because this is the side that has clearance issues. It does hit on the steering rack, and that's one thing that you always run into when doing a VQ swap on an S13 or 14 chassis. From what my homie David told me, he said he had to remove the steering shaft, mount it, and then bang in the header where it was hitting the steering shaft, and then reinstall that. We're gonna see if we can install it without removing the steering shaft first, and then we'll see how that goes. The driver's side, even though it is a little bit tighter over here, it doesn't have any clearance issues, so we'll leave that side for last. Maneuvered the header into its place, and you can already see right in the back where it would be hitting. Let me put this light down. Basically right down here, not sure if you can see too well, but it has this little nipple that sticks out, and this is where the heat shield bolts onto. So it's hitting right there in that spot, which is stopping the header from lining up exactly with the bolts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grab the angle grinder, grind that little nipple down, and then I can sort of see right next to it, right there is where it would be hitting. So that's what I'm gonna have to hammer in. This is the end result of all the grinding down, and I hammered it in all right here. So it's basically pretty flat now. If this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna remove the steering shaft and install this, and then put the steering shaft back on. I'll have a lot more clearance and a lot more space to get in there. Check it out, guys. I got the header in. It is mounted. I did not have to remove the steering shaft. I was able to get around it. I try to line it up as best as possible. It would hit right here on the steering shaft, but what I did is I used this as a little pry bar, and I just stuck it like in between and just started pushing on it, maneuvering it around until it finally got past. But then the other issue I was having is right back here where the header ends, right over there, it was hitting the firewall. So again, I just used this as a pry bar, pushed it between the header and the flywall, and just started wiggling back and forth, and it pushed up on the firewall a little bit, so I got some clearance there. So I have this all bolted up now, which is awesome. I didn't have to remove the steering shaft. Update for you guys real quick. Passenger side was supposed to be the easier header to install, and it's being the much bigger pain in the butt. So this is the header. I have been grinding down right here for a while. I grind some down, I go back, I try to install it, doesn't fit, I come back, I grind some more, go back, try to install it, doesn't fit. You know, I keep going back and forth. So I have grinded this down a whole bunch. You see right there, it's like close to flat compared to like these sides. I have grinded it down a lot, and it's still not lining up correctly. I even have the motor hoisted up right now to give me a little bit more clearance, and it's a little bit better, but it's still not enough. Down here you see the fuel lines, which normally they are up here. I bent them down because it kept hitting the fuel lines right down here. Well, I don't know if you could tell, but right back there was hitting the fuel lines when I was trying to install the header. So I folded those down. It's still hitting the firewall right now, and it's kind of like a complicated spot to hammer in right there. That's why I was grinding that down. I'm gonna keep working on it and see what else I can do to make this work. For now, it's right around lunchtime. We're gonna head over to the homie Aaron's shop and get some lunch with him. So yeah, let's get on the What up? What's going on, brother?
Shit, man. Shit.
How you doing?
Cool.
Working on a VQ.
Yeah, shocking.
That's the first time I see this.
Right?
This is a new one?
I'm winging it, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah, man. It's all right. Just
Figuring
go
it
with
out
the
as I
flow.
go.
Yeah, just figure it out. Just take something off here, take something off there.
That's right. That's Lexus.
Lex, right? That's his name. This thing tight. What does he have in here? It's just the rotary.
Yep.
This thing clean. I like this color.
Yeah, that weird brown.
Yeah, I like that. I've wanted to get a 300ZX for the longest time. I wanted to get one as my first car, actually.
Bro, they're going up.
Yeah, they are.
Going up big time.
Especially the TTs. But I ended up getting a little stupid E46 BMW that had more problems than a math book. That thing was terrible.
More problem than that.
Dude, I swear to God. And then you guys have seen this beast before already. I want to see this thing at the track, dude.
Hey, it'll be there. I'll be there at Winter Jam.
You driving Winter Jam?
Yeah.
Dude, too bad they're not allowing spectators.
Look, it's the newest S13 magazine. Might find a familiar car.
Who's that?
And right there for Vortex.
That's so freaking awesome.
Dope, huh?
Has all the specs on there or what?
Yep.
That is so freaking awesome. My man on magazines now?
Man, hitting it.
On magazines, hell yeah.
Sick, right?
That is sick.
So, I don't know what other ones, but I know you pick up the newest S3 mag. You might see a familiar car in there.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be the best one. That's gonna have some resale value on it, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh my God, that is art. Let me see you squeeze that lemon.
You like that?
Oh,
Limon.
limon. Cheers. It's been a while since I last had these tacos.
It's been a week.
Wow. It's been a week.
Hey, I'm a fat kid at heart.
Hey, you have this place next door. Like, if I had it next door, I'd be here every week too. My Fairfield people, Los Molcajetes taco truck, North Texas. Bomb. It's the only good taco truck in Fairfield. And it's not a coincidence that they're originally from Vallejo. Because everybody know Vallejo got the taco trucks. Just got back from errands, ate some good tacos, chopped it up a little bit, and now we're back to working on this, trying to get the damn passenger side header on. So let me keep working on that and we'll see. Hopefully I can get it in with no problem. Got that passenger side in finally. So as you see, I have the motor hoisted up right now, and I did have to drop the transmission from the jack. It was being held up by the jack. I had to drop that, lift the motor up, and that gave me just enough clearance to be able to fit the header in. So now that that is in, we got both headers in. I'm about to start putting the wire harness on, and we're just one step closer to having the car ready to start. Welcome back, you guys. Day 2. My camera died last night and it got really dark, but I got most of the wire harness on. I don't even want to say most. I got like 60% of the wire harness on. We're gonna keep putting it on today, try to get the last few plugs all connected. Once everything is connected, I am probably gonna take the battery out of my car, throw it in here, and just try to start it for the first time, and we'll see what happens. That's kind of like the goal today, is to get the car to start, just to test it out, just to make sure the wire harness is okay and there's no issues going on. So we're gonna go ahead and keep getting that connected, and yeah, like I said, hopefully today we get to start the car for the first time. Yeah, she's just as excited as I am. Also, I stopped by Bay Area Muffler and I picked up my transmission mount. So what he did is, if you see on this side right here, he cut it and he moved it to the side a little bit. So hopefully that is enough to get it to fit. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot right now. Fingers crossed that it works. If it doesn't, I'll probably end up getting Hexa's mount, but let's just hope this works so we can just knock it out all today and we can have this step over with. So I'm gonna go jump down there and try to knock this out. All right, so I just tried to put the transmission mount on and it's still not lining up. It lines up better than before, that's for sure, because before none of the bolts lined up. 0 out of 4. Now we got about two to three bolts lined up, but one of them is just way off, and I'm done modifying it and bothering the homie, telling him to modify it more. I'm done with it. I'm gonna just head over to Hexa later today possibly and just pick up a transmission mount, one that I know is gonna fit perfectly with no issue. So yeah, we're just gonna leave that transmission mount alone. Now I know, don't buy eBay shit, because even the motor mounts, they didn't line up perfectly from the get-go either. I had to modify those a little bit. Now they fit perfectly, but regardless, they need a modification. Also guys, I learned one thing yesterday. I'm not sure if you can tell my eye right now, it's like a little pink. I learned one thing. I mean, I should have learned this a long time ago, but when you're using an angle grinder or any type of tool like that, wear goggles. A spark hit my eye yesterday. I didn't feel it at first. I mean, of course I felt it when it hit me in the eye, but I felt no pain. When I went to sleep last night, my eye started hurting really bad. I slept it off, woke up this morning, I was fine. A couple hours later, started hurting again really bad. Right now, it's really bothering me. So guys, if you guys are using angle grinders or doing any type of work like that, make sure to wear your goggles, because you don't want this to happen. This like is really bothering me right now. Kind of feels like I have like a hair in there or something. But yeah, it's not gonna stop us from working on the car. So I'm just trying to get as much done as possible, and we'll see where we finish up today. Quick update for you guys. I have a few plugs on my harness that aren't necessarily being used for anything. For example, this plug right here, I was talking to my homie Aaron, and he said that that plug goes to this right here. Where is it? This connection right here, but I'm not running this, so I guess I won't be needing that. And then there's another plug down there that goes to the power steering pump. My power steering pump doesn't even have a connector on it, so I'm not sure exactly why that is. I'm not sure if I have like the wrong power steering pump, but yeah, that's what I'm figuring out as of now. I have the starter hooked up, and then I have all the wire loop that goes back to the transmission down there already. So it's just a couple more things I need to connect, but it's literally 2:56 outside, and as you see, it's like raining, and sun has vanished behind the clouds, and it's starting to get dark. It literally gets dark out here like at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So we don't have that much time, but I definitely am trying to get this started. I want to hear this motor start up for the first time today. So yeah guys, just stay tuned and keep those fingers crossed, and pray with me that we'll get it started today. All right guys, most of the engine harness is now on. I just finished getting the transmission all connected. I had to pull the harness so hard. It like barely reached one of the connectors on the passenger side, but we got that done. So I'm gonna just go to O'Reilly, buy a crankshaft sensor, put that in, get that hooked up, put the intake manifold on, all that stuff, and see if we can get this car started before it gets dark. All right guys, I'm back from O'Reilly. I got the crankshaft position sensor, put that in, plug that in, and now we got the homie Aaron over here. He's just helping me finish everything up. We got a couple of the grounds done. We got this one over here done. This one just temporary for now, and now we got to do one more ground, right? 2 grounds is good?
Yeah, well, we gotta...
Oh yeah, we still gotta figure out the starter wire situation. But once that is done, it's just a matter of putting the intake manifold on, and we will be attempting to do its first start.